All right, with us in the studio is a publisher inside Watch Africa, and African Affairs analyst Oluwaseyi Adeyemo joining us right now. It's nice to see you.
Thank you for having me.
Now, a lot of Nigerians are asking, why did it take so long for Nigeria to muzzle up and decide to bring back its citizens in Libya?
I probably might not be able to answer that question correctly. It would have been appropriate that we had moved in faster than this. That would have been the appropriate thing. But in my opinion, now that we've moved in, it's a good thing that we're moving our people back home. One would just hope that beyond just moving them back home, apart from these ones, we would do things to discourage others from going through this process as well.
But the situation in Libya now, how connected is it to the current political situation in the country that seems to have had impact elsewhere and even affecting migrants of this nature?
It's obvious that when you have your people, seeking greener pastures outside of your home, that is a clear show of the fact that you have not done or performed to the level that you're supposed to have performed. It's as simple as if your children decide to go to the neighbors to get food, particularly during a celebration that we've just gone through. What has just happened is that as a parent, you fail in providing the basic needs for your children. And I want to pray that Nigeria and government now will see this as being a signal for them to do more for Nigerians, so that we will have less Nigerians leaving to anywhere, for that matter, Libya, Cameroon, wherever.
I was even asking, based on the Libyan situation, for example, now, and we also get some credence to that fact, where the Foreign Affairs Minister is even saying, don't blame the government, rather blame the gangs, the cultists, all the kidnappers and all that, who have pervaded the area due to the lawlessness or the semi-lawlessness in Libya.
You see, the idea of trading blames, in my opinion, is not what we should spend quality time doing. We should be more concerned to ask ourselves, so why did this happen? Look, let's look at this from this angle. As long as you provide an opportunity like this, because it's an opportunity by, deciding to leave your home and come to Libya. Libya is going through a time, that all of us understand is a very, very trying time for them. They have a country that is run without a proper government, as it were. So this is not the best of times for them. So if you provide yourself as a product or something that they can trade in, they will essentially trade in it, because then it's a function of survival. They need to survive. And so if you come because you feel that you can through there go to Europe, then they will trade in you. It's as simple as that. If they come here as well and you have people who are not the right people, they will naturally take advantages of things like this. So we should not worry ourselves about the fact that, it was those or these people that took advantage of it. It is the fact that, why did this happen? Why did our people decide to travel from here to Libya or Morocco? Because they want to seek a better life for themselves.
Now, as at today, we heard that about 8 persons had drowned yesterday on the Mediterranean on their way crossing and trying to cross over to Europe. From the report of some of those who just got back, one of them said, I regret leaving this country and all of that. These are all on the public domain. But with all of this situation and even the slave trading that's going on in Libya, is it really still discouraging young people from going into or deciding to venture into the risk of going to Libya?
Now, because this is life, and it's not a film, it's not a story, it's horse. I think whatever we can do, to make sure that this does not continue, we must do. Yes, this to an extent would discourage some level of Nigerians, not to go. Maybe some people who were thinking of going before, because of what has happened, those category of people will be discouraged. But don't be surprised that some other people, as we speak, are preparing to leave as well. Now, because the truth is, if you have a failed arrangement or a provision, because at the end of the day, government is meant to provide for its people. Now, if you fail to provide for your people, the natural thing is that human beings will not fold their hands and die in that situation. They will want to go and provide for themselves. And one of the options that is open to anyone in the world, whether them or here, you know, is the fact that, all right, maybe I should try the next space and see whether I will do better in that space. And that's why you have foreigners that you call consultants and all of that coming in here as well, because they've tried to do things in their own space and they couldn't, and they feel that if they come into this space, they can do better here. So it depends on the level and the need and wants. I mean, I like to trade in words.
But won't we always have, instances like this, people going for, seeking greener pastures? Nigeria has also had, its own share of accommodating people from Liberia and even beyond now who come in here. Fine, now the route now to this greener pastures might be questionable, but won't we always, have, instances like this? And let's not even forget that there are still Nigerians who are there, who are in Libya, who are, suffering and all that. So I just want, if we can, perhaps set a dichotomy somehow, if we can make this thing a little bit more clearer, so that at least we get to understand that there will always be times like this where people, have to, go abroad. So then there should be some form of action, taken by governments, cohesion, unity and all that.
That's a tall order, because then you're talking about a host of people that is coming through a host of means and ways. You're talking about borderless borders. You're talking about through waters, land. Some people will claim to want to go and study, and at the end of the day, they will not come back to Nigeria. I mean, all sorts of ways through which people go into other countries. So it will be difficult for you to put that on government. And that's why I say you will do better when you take care of your people, when you take care of them by providing for them and ensuring that you build up their self-worth, believe in themselves, like saying, look, I believe in my country and I know that I will do better back home, because if I look at all my options are always better when I come or deal from home.
All right, publisher Inside Watch Africa, Oluwaseyi Adeyemo, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.